Good evening, and welcome to the Thursday Camera Artist Guild Critique. I am your host, George DeLoache. I'm a portrait artist and photographer's coach, and this is where we help photographers learn to master the photographic arts. Here we do critique. This is where you send your images in, and a second set of eyes takes a look at those images and tries to help you find ways that you can improve the quality of your work. Regardless of whether you're just beginning your love affair with photography or whether you've been like me in love with it for 50 years, there's always room to find new places to grow and develop. So definitely be willing to come involve yourself in the process. Now, if you're there and you decide, hey, look, I'd like to become part of the process, how do I do it? I'll tell you. Simply go over to Facebook and find the Camera Artist Guild page and ask to join. I'll bring you into the group, and then you simply write a message and attach your image to that image. Your message can be how the settings that you use for the camera or any other pertinent information you feel you want to share with that image. We have almost 1,900 photographers from all around the world that will share with you their thoughts and their feelings about your work, as well as those images will be selected for Thursday critique. Now, it makes no difference whether you're in Singapore, Nairobi, Johannesburg, Bangladesh, Mombasa. It doesn't make a bit of difference where you are in the world. We want you as part of the group, and you are welcome as part of the group, and we have people from all of the areas besides the United States and Canada. So I look forward to seeing you come and join the group. Hey, Jay, welcome. Maurice James Stewart. Maurice is just killing this stuff with these product shots. And Maurice, you know, I've been on a no carbohydrate diet now for the past 6 months. So that's all I need to do is look at chocolate, right? No, I appreciate where you're trying to go with it. I think that you might be able to add a little more texture with lighting direction. Looks like the light is a little flat on there, and you might want to get in on a little more of an angle, but I like the propping the bite out of the piece. What they will do when they do a bite out of a piece like that sometimes is actually leave a couple little crumbs around there as well to kind of add a little authenticity in there. But keep on going, man. You're really growing as a product shooter. This is Les McDowell. I love this one, Les. I mean, you have quite a few that you submitted, so go make sure you guys go to the Camera Artist Guild group and look at Les's work. He has Lee, Les. Goodness gracious, I read it wrong. Sorry, Lee, and I know your name, Lee. He has included a lot of his lighting setups to show you how he's done stuff on a couple of them, so it's worthwhile. But this one, I love this one because of the feel. There is a great emotion in there. There's tenderness. There's, you know, the lighting is strong. The posing is right where it's supposed to be. Well done. Excellent, excellent, excellent image. This is another one that Lee put up with his light modifier, so I just included that very quickly. Shows you how he is working on location. I think he's using the AD200s, and I'm not sure whether that's a Zeppelin or whatever, but it's a deep dish parabolic. But the AD200 seems to be a pretty cool light. I think it pitches out about 200 watt seconds, which is definitely enough in most lighting situations, and it's self-contained. That's all there is to it, no additional batteries. I've been looking at them, and when I want to drop $1,000 on 4 of them, I'll go ahead and pull the trigger right now. I'm still using battery packs out there and stuff to do that, but still nice work, Lee. Thank you. We got Keith M. Cummins, and this is a tear sheet from the Jackson Sun. Nice image. Now, he included the actual image and the tear sheet. If you were going to be doing a commercial shot or commercial entry into image print competition, PPA print competition, you would submit both the tear sheet for editorial, the tear sheet, and the actual original image, so you get an idea how that image was done. Because image editors and editors at publications and editorial publications, newspapers and magazines, are notorious for screwing with things like color balance and brightness, and I mean, you know, an image that you go, man, I had a lot of detail in there. They blow it out because they see it from a completely different set. But I love the image. It took a lot of thinking and planning to set this up, so that you had the guy looking at himself in the mirror with an opposite image in the mirror than what's being reflected there. So congratulations for taking the time to set it up and think it out, and it's well executed. And the fact that you're published speaks to the authenticity of the image. So well done, Kenneth. Keith Davis, Philly. Okay, Keith. It's okay. I'm not much for putting somebody right up against a background like that, unless you're going to use that shadow as part of the design element, and it's there. It looks okay. Lighting is just a little on the flat side. I know I'm being a little more critical, but I know your ability. And this one isn't as strong as you usually do, but still it's acceptable. I mean, I'm sure she was happy with it and everything. The pose could be refined some as well. Okay, there we go. Now this is another one that Keith put up, and if I remember your statement right on the website, on the Camera Artist Group, the Camera Artist Guild group page, you said that there's a agency that wants to buy this image or rent license usage, and that you weren't that much in favor of the image, but they wanted to buy it, and you want to know what they saw in the image. And who knows, Keith? People buy images for all kinds of reasons. They can buy them because they're excellent. They can buy them because they're not excellent. They can buy them to express a point or to set up a certain thing. The main thing is they're buying them, and so just get the money. Go to the bank, stack the Benjamins. You know, that's what it's all about. Because you used a low light position, what's referred to as monster light, the strongest light is coming from underneath the subject up towards the subject. That kind of adds a little more menacing look to it. So this guy's got kind of a hard, somewhat menacing look, but not in a bad sense. He just looks like a tough guy, and maybe that's what they were after. But congratulations on selling the image. May you sell many more. Jerome Lynch. All right, Jerome. Nice. Well done as far as the exposure is concerned. I think that your lower reflector or light source could be just a little bit lower. I'm looking at where the catch lights are in the eye. And I think that your upper light could be just a little bit higher. I'm always looking for a butterfly-shaped shadow underneath the nose, and in order to get that light's got to be just a little bit higher. The other thing is background subject separation. You can still see the hair, but you're beginning to lose it into the background. So throw another light right there on that background, illuminate that background up a little bit, and that'll take this image, that'll step it right on up, step the game up a little bit, move on up to the next level on it. Let's see there. Hey, we got Sean J. DeAndre, what's going on, man? Enoch. Jacobs. James. All right. Thank you, Jerome. Jerome Hart. Nice image. Sports. Let me move this out of the way so we can get the full benefit of the image there. It's well composed. I mean, you're there at the right time. The timing is right. To me, it looks a little overexposed. The colors in the red jerseys are not as saturated as they could be, and the whites are blown out. So I would say you're maybe a third stop to half stop overexposed. But still, you know, the main thing is get the image, and you know, you can definitely feel the hit. You can hear the pads. Thanks, Jerome. Ivan Richardson. Ivan, you have a couple of them up there, and you're kind of doing this this Water's World, or this kind of semi-science fiction-y kind of a thing, and you've got a lot of good elements. You got this big Rottweiler. You got your model. Looks like she's holding a bayonet or a machete or something like that. She's got the face mask on, which kind of like almost the after apocalypse kind of a feel. So there are a lot of elements working there, but you got to work them all together. You got to think out your concept. Get her away from this fence where the barbed wire is running right through the back of her head, and this fence post is climbing out of her shoulder. Get in there closer so that you can get face. All of this over here doesn't do anything. The air conditioning unit doesn't add anything to it. The aluminum building or the metallic building might. Let's just see what had happened if we threw in a different crop. I'm just wondering. I didn't try this beforehand, so I don't know what we're going to get here on this. Let's give the dog some ground, and let's put a little bit of above space. Okay. That is a stronger crop. I think I would, again, prefer to get away from that fence, change the angle. Also, you gotta, you know, try to get attention to the dog. I make noises. You can get clickers. There are a lot of things you can do to get that dog attention. If you're going to do pet stuff, and this is, in essence, a pet shot, you want to get that dog looking back at you. That's a big old Rottweiler, so he has no problem with looking at you. Okay. Thanks, Ivan. I've got one more I'm going to pick up on that. And again, here is the lady and her dog, and you caught the dog right in the middle of expression, tongue halfway in, out. You want to get those eyes over towards you. And if you're going to do one like this one, I'm not thrilled with that fence in the background, but go to a longer lens and a shallow depth of field. It's late in the day, so you can get away with it. Throw all of this in the background out of focus with shallow depth of field. That'll separate her from the background. Move her off the fence some so that the fence isn't sharp as well. Move her up off the fence. You probably could have come forward 10, 12 feet and got identically the same shot with the same camera angle, but thrown everything in the background out, kept their exposure, everything else the way it was, and then just make some noises or something to get the dog's attention. I literally make a whining noise when I'm photographing dogs, and it works. I just go, something like that, and the dog will look at you, and it only works a few times. You can't get away with it very often, but you get ready for your shot. Then when you got everything in line and position, you make that noise, the dog looks at you, and bam, you take the exposure. If you get 10 minutes out of a dog, you're doing really good.